Hello everyone, Mr. John here from Areteem Institute with a quick video of my favorite AMC 8 problem from this year. Now, it's not the most difficult of problems. It is a number 20 though. Problem says Sarika, Dev, and Rajiv are sharing a large block of cheese. They take turns cutting off half of what remains and eating it. First, Sarika eats half of the cheese, then Dev eats half of the remaining half, then Rajiv eats half of what remains, and then back to Sarika, and so on. They stop when the cheese is too small to see. About what fraction of the original block of cheese does Sarika eat in total? Now, the place I would recommend we get started on this problem and most problems that you're doing in the math contest sphere is just starting to see what happens and writing out some small examples if need be. We have 3 people here, so let's maybe make a little column or row each for Sarika, Dev, and Rajiv. All right, we don't really need to worry about their full names from here on out. And let's just start kind of seeing what happens. And you want to be looking for patterns from here. So Sarika eats 1/2 of the block. Then Dev eats half of the remaining half. Well, wait, 1/2 of 1/2 is 1/4. Now, if we continue then, what is 1/2 of 1/4? Well, R is going to be eating 1/8 in this case. And now we kind of continue from here. So we could have a new row and go back to the top. What is 1/2 of 1/8? 1/16, right? So I'm just going to write out maybe a couple more of these. Hopefully people are starting to see the pattern in this case as well. So, okay, let's stop here after 512 and it'll kind of continue in this manner that way too. Now, what are we looking for in this problem, right? We're looking for about what fraction Sarika eats. Now, why does the problem say about? Well, if we're going to be adding up all of these things, we can't write, or she's going to be stopping once the cheese is too small to see. So it's a little different than an abstract math problem because they're eventually stopping there. Now, I do want to do a little trick for this. If you recognize this, great. This problem is a geometric series. So you could add up this total for Sarika. We then have an equation we could use for this, and you add up 1/2, 1/16, 1/28, etc., etc., etc. in that form. However, I want to do a little bit of a trick here that we can use some logic for as well. So let's say this total is X. Now, if we look at the next person, or if we look at Dev, what can we say the total is there? And note, we don't actually need to be doing the geometric series, right? We want to think logically in this case. How do they compare each time that they're eating the cheese, right? Where did we get this 1/4 from? Where did we get the 1/32 from? Where did we get the 1/256 from? It was always 1/2, right? So if I write it over here, a times 1/2, and spoilers, this is going to be coming again in a moment. So let me write the times 1/2 again there. But this total is just going to be X over 2. Same for Rajiv. His total is X over 4. And I know these aren't exact numbers there, but when they're pretty much eating the whole block of cheese, what do we know then? We know that X plus X over 2 plus X over 4 is supposed to be the full block of cheese in that case. So that is equal to 1 in this scenario. So common denominator, 4x, 6x, 7x. 7x over 4 is equal to 1. And with this trick, right, which is very related to how you add up geometric series. So If you know some more about geometric series, I recommend you compare the formula you get there, you compare how you come up with that formula. There's a lot of good connections you can make that way. But here we get the answer of 4/7. Thinking logically, each of the next people eat half of the first. So Sarika, whatever she eats, then Dev should be a half of that, and Rajiv should be a half of that. So 4/7, 2/7, 1/7 adds up to the full block of cheese in this case. That will do it then for the video. If you want to let us know your favorite problem in the comments, that would be great. You can also connect with other students on our Areteem Discord. We'll put the link down below, but also here's a QR code you can scan as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye.